Nothing says summer to me more than a super fresh tomato salad. And this one is so fast and easy to make. It only takes 4 ingredients. Hey guys, I'm Justin from Cooking with Coit. I specialize in clean comfort cooking. And if you like this video, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. Let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is prepare our red wine vinaigrette dressing. And to do that, we're gonna start with 1 clove of garlic and we're gonna mince it up. Now we're gonna add our minced garlic to this mixing bowl. Next, we're gonna add a half a cup of olive oil and 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Now we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now all we have to do is give this a whisk and then we're gonna set it aside and work on the rest of our salad. And what you're gonna see when this dressing all comes together is this really beautiful champagne type color. Let me show you what it looks like. Now we're gonna cut our 3 tomatoes into wedges. The thickness of the wedges is totally to taste. I'll show you the thickness that I like. I think that's about a good size. And one thing you might notice while you're cutting the tomatoes into wedges is that you might have just a little bit of this green core part. You can core the tomatoes ahead of time before you cut wedges. I didn't do that in this instance, so all I'm gonna do is just trim off that little piece of stem there and just discard that. Next, we're gonna move on to our red onion. We've got half of a red onion here, and we're gonna cut as thin as slices as we possibly can. And the last ingredient in the salad is gonna be basil, and we're gonna chop up 1/4 cup. All right, now all that's left is just mixing everything together in a mixing bowl. First, we're gonna start with our tomatoes. We're gonna add our red onion. And I like to kind of like pull it apart a little bit just so I can get the individual pieces separated. And again, all of my measurements that I'm putting in my recipe, which you can find on my website with the link in the description below, this is just a starting place. If you like less red onion, use less red onion, and same with the tomatoes and basil. And now we are going to add our basil, just right on top there. If the red wine vinaigrette has settled a little bit, I like just to take my little mini whisk here and give it a quick whisk before I add it to our bowl. Now we add this beautiful dressing right over the top. This salad is so simple and so delicious. I cannot wait to give it a try. But before I do, if you love this recipe and you wanna see more just like it, check out my healthy recipes playlist. Okay, let's give this a try. Wow. This tomato salad is so incredibly fresh and refreshing. I just love it for summer. It's one of my favorites. Guys, I hope you make this one. I'll see you in the next video.